What's up everybody, and welcome back to another video. In the last video we had made a big push on the rear firewall and parcel tray and a few other little bits. Yesterday afternoon, last night, managed to get it all welded off and done, so all the hot rodding's done. Made up on my cover plates. It actually came out pretty sweet. There's a few little bits that aren't quite perfect, but pretty good for a home lockdown job. As you see, just sort of step that over like that. It's all pretty well sealed. There's a few other little holes that are welded up as well, that are just factory holes in the parcel tray. So it all feels nice and solid. So pretty stoked with that. And then also under the rear here, I'll show you, I ended up putting a few blocker plates just to block a couple of cavities. So this little folded up plate here, there's a big cavity in here that went into that, what is it, C-pillar I think it is. So once, by the time I get some, this will just get some poly sealer, seal all this off, go around everywhere, and end up looking a million times better than what it did before. So pretty happy with it. Eventually I'll just give it a prime up and a paint. Probably won't be too long, I'll strip all the interior out and paint it all with the cage and everything. Get it all prettied up. But what I'm thinking is, because it's not raining and not windy or anything, it's quite a still glare sort of day. Might pull this door up back to Chevy in and weld the rest of the exhaust on, because I never ended up doing that when I was putting it back together. So it's quite like horrible and drony when you're driving along, just ball. So this is the rest of the exhaust that needs to go on from the muffler to the back. So I figured that could be a quick little mission, and then after that there's a few more little bits I want to do on that. We'll see how we go for time. Okay guys, so I don't know if you could see it when I was backing in. It's like sometimes it just looks like this left rear is down a bit, depending on how you look at it. Because even looking at it, I don't know, maybe it's not, but it might have just been the angle I was on. But sometimes I noticed, I think I was in the car park the other day at the shop, and it was like this left rear was sitting down a bit. So I don't know if maybe this leaf spring, or it's got all brand new shocks in it. All 4 shocks are new, so whether it's this leaf spring. I actually want to pull these leaf springs off and send them down to Arches and get another leaf put in them, just to stiffen them for towing. Because as you guys saw when I was towing the E30 to the track, it was quite sagged. So that'll be one of the missions for once all this lockdown stuff's over, is pull the leaves out, sand them off, probably get them lifted a bit and another core put in, just to even out the ride a bit, the back is down a little bit. I'll show you where this exhaust is. So at the moment, it just ends out the back of the muffler. That's why it's so drony. The handbrake cable took a bit of beating off the heat, but that's alright. So I pretty much grabbed that other bit, set it in here. Should be able to just hang it off the hanger, slide it on there and beep, around it with the welder. Put some bird shit around there, should be good to go. My ear hole. Damn it. Man, that hurt. Hate it when that happens. Ouch. The old in the ear hole. One of the other things I actually need to do as well is find my bolts for the sway bar. I never ended up finding them. I was going to order some more, but might have a hunt around and see if I can find some bolts that'll work. Okay guys, we'll see what it sounds like, eh? sounds way better. It's not all droney. It sounded a bit tougher before, but when you're driving along, it's just... Okay guys, so I chucked just some temporary bolts. They're high tensile ones, but I've only got little nylocks and standard washers on there. Just so the sway bar's not just flapping in the wind. Right, I figured we'd jack that up one side at a time, put the nice chrome hubcaps on, drill and tap the holes. I'll just go one side at a time because my jack stands are under that at the moment, so it's a bit sketchy, but it'll be alright. Just having a look, then looks like the brake cylinder is actually leaking on this side, so I'll probably have to jump on Rock Auto, order another one, because I've got to do the fuel pump anyway, so make sure I order one of those at the same time. We'll bang that in. China's finest. Oh no, sorry, Taiwan. Made in Taiwan. So they came with these like zinc coated normal bolts, just like mild steel zinc coated ones. They're probably 8.8s or 4.8s or something. But it had these stainless cap screws. They were all dirty, they were left over from a job, they've been used. But I couldn't bring myself to throw them away, so just cut them down because they were a bit longer. Clean them up, and then we'll use those. Then we've at least got stainless on there. Nickel anti-seize as well. Sweet, there's one done. We'll chuck it back on and do the other one. Okay guys, so I gave the Chevy a quick wash. Came up alright. When I first washed it, I just like over it quickly, and man, I missed so many patches. I had to go back over and wipe a heap of patches up. What I figured is I just had to idling up the temperature for a while. I might just go for a quick lap around the block. I haven't actually driven this for ages, so I might go for a quick little lap around the block, make sure everything's sweet before I park it back up. Actually sounds weird with it real quiet with the exhaust back on. I mean, it's nice, but super quiet. Still got a bit of a mist sometimes. It's not always there. It's usually when it's coldish. It'll mist for a while, it'll go away, but then... Why does that look so smoky? I just noticed it's a bit smokier than usual, but when I drained out the tank of the DALE30, that had the premix in the fuel from when it had the rotary in it, so I think it's just a bit of smoke from the two-stroke oil. Just like a lot nicer to drive with it, nice and quiet. Alrighty guys, so I was going to do some work on the DALE30 in this video as well, but because we ended up doing a fair bit of work on this, giving it a wash and stuff, I think I'm just going to leave this to a Chevy only video. The Bourbon's looking pretty good, drove sweet then, except for that bit of smoke from the two-stroke oil, but that'll burn away. So we'll keep this one short and sweet. Cheers for checking out this video guys, and we'll see you in the next one. We'll get some work done on the DALE30 again.